holistic hair and scalp restoration practitioner, coming on live. I'm at home. Thought that I'd come on because mainly I am less than 200 hours of watch time away from being monetized here on this amazing channel. So I just wanted to thank my entire tribe. I am up to 2.3 thousand subscribers, and I want to thank you. So I thought I'd come on today because, as you all know, I've been sharing all of my amazing alternative solutions and approaches that I do in my suite with my clients. So today is wash day for Miss Tanya. I do shampoo my hair every 3 to 4 days. I will never go any longer than that. And if you want to know, you can ask me why. So today is Sunday, and so I usually wash my hair on Wednesdays and then again on Sundays. So today is Sunday, so I thought I'd come on and wash it with you all so I can show you not just what I do with my clients like I've been doing in my lives in the shop, but I now want to exemplify how Miss Tanya does her hair. Now let me give you the backdrop because you know I'm different. And for one, I have low density. The majority of individuals in the world today have high density. Now you may say, Tanya, what is density? That means the number of hairs per square inch. So let me dummy it down. I have thin hair, some people have thick hair, because that's what they call it, but that's really improper descriptives because the diameter of our hair strands, I shouldn't say that, they're not the same. So I would say density means number of hairs per square inch. So my hair has a little bit of hairs per square inch. In fact, I believe I have only one hair strand coming out my pore. Most individuals of the world today, especially those that are in my chair, have more than one strand coming out the pore, so that makes their hair density high, right? Greetings, everyone. Good morning, Laura. Hi, Nora. Make sure y'all subscribe if I happen to speak something that you didn't know or that you know is facts, okay? So back to what I was saying. About the approach and so forth. So what I like to, and density. So with my hair, I wear a bonnet at night. And I finally had to do the research with that to understand why certain things were happening to my hair when I wrapped it like I educate and instruct my clients to do. So one thing about me being a thin-headed woman is that wrapping my hair in a circle and then tying it down tightly, that kills my volume. And I don't like that. I come out of my wraps looking like a chicken head. That means I look like I have less hair or hardly any hair. So I adjusted, which is a part of doing the holistics, right? You're constantly changing and searching in order to get better. So I'm gonna take off my bonnet to show you all how my hair looks when I get up in the mornings. It is about 7 a.m. here in Denver, Colorado. Can y'all tell me where y'all are joining me from? If you can type in your state and what time it is where you're at, I would love it. Hi, Shar. How are you? So come on, y'all. Get in here. And if you haven't already, please subscribe because we got a lot to talk about this morning. I want you to go get your water. You notice I don't tell people to go drink tea and coffee because both of those do not hydrate you. I won't say they're unhealthy, but they definitely don't hydrate you. So I, Miss Tanya, will tell you, go get some water because this is going to be a long live this morning. I'll tell you that now because I'm going to take you through every component of how I do my hair. So we're going to detox the scalp first because I do hair care. I'm no longer hair styling. So I take on a different approach now, which is a holistic approach because I've taken the time to do the research to look at the whole, right? Instead of just shampooing it, blow drying it, and then flat ironing it, I look and address a few extra things that cater to the care, overall care of the hair and hair growth. So I'm gonna go over my scalp detoxing, then I'm gonna go over how I shampoo my hair, including the products that I use and how I post-treat the tap water, which is something I know most of you are not doing because most of you have not purchased my amazing hydration treatment that softens your hair better than any conditioner on the market. And I'm game. I'll bet anybody to prove that this is going to make your hair feel way better than any conditioner does. Then I'm going to take you through my blowout, my comb out, my blowout. And then I'm going to show you how I flat iron my hair. I'm actually going to attempt to do a holistic trim so that I can show everyone how difficult it is and how I'm not going to do it because I'm unable to hit the proper angles behind my head. So then I'm going to do my face because I do have a holistic approach for skincare. So I'm going to show you how I prep my skin without using soap or tap water. And then I'll be able to sit down and answer any and all questions that you all have for me, okay? So I have to give a little disclaimer for those of you that are spammers, that are disrespectful, that are negative, or distracting, you will get removed from my live. So if you want to stay, don't be rude, disrespectful, or distracting, okay? Because if I see it, I'm just like a real educator. I'm going to remove you. Do you know how, just like teachers used to do when we would be sitting in class and then somebody in the back would be messing up and cutting up and being distracting and disrespectful? Wouldn't the teacher stop class to go and address that student that's misbehaving? Miss Tanya is a real educator, so I do the same thing in my lives. All righty, so let's jump right in. Thanks, y'all. Laura, it's 3 p.m. for you, Laura. Where are you joining me from? Hi, Odie. Hi, Shady. What's up, Shady? Denmark, Laura. I would love to visit Denmark. I'm not sure if you all have any scalp issues like dandruff, or if you guys are dealing with hard tap water and or your hair is real crunchy, brittle feeling, and you're having problems keeping your ends manageable. I need to get to Denmark. I have a holistic approach that is killing the game when it comes to healthy hair. Look, I thought by using conditioner, I was making my hair healthy, and our hair is not good after we use conditioner. So I had to do the research with that too. And again, I found it. So let's get started. I'm gonna take off my bonnet now and show you all what my hair looks like when I get up in the morning. Hi, dyslexia. All right. When did you start your transition? I'm thinking about becoming trans, but wanted to know your experience. Okay, so I'm not changing my sexual orientation. I understand the mindset because I did used to think that I wanted to be with a woman when I was younger, but it was uncomfortable for me. I tried playing with her thing and she tried playing with mine, and it was just uncomfortable for me. So I have to admit, I'm holistic. I've tried everything. I've even tried smoking crack, and I didn't like that either. So with Miss Tanya, there's not much that I have not done that I can relate to. But I'm different. So I realized a lot of people liked a lot of things when we were little. I was different because I didn't like a lot of things. So I don't know if anybody else is confident as I am to admit things like playing with the same sex when we was little, because everyone did it. I don't care who you are, whether you admit it or not. I'm not afraid to admit it. But remember, don't be disrespectful, Muddy. That's disrespectful and nasty. So you just got warned, Muddy. So don't do that. Don't say nothing like that again, okay? I love you too, Ja. But I tried, dealing with the same sex, another girl, when I was younger, and I didn't like it. It was uncomfortable. It felt weird to me. And so I've never done it again. I decided when I was little that I want to be with the stuff I saw on TV. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a little like this into me instead of someone just, not doing that to me. So I'm not judging nobody that decided to rock with the same sex. I'm not mad at you. We all understand that we can do what we want to do. You can be a murderer. You can be a child molester if you want to. You can be trans. You can be a drug addict. You can be a thief. You can be a liar. You can be messy. Ooh, look at all those things that we get to choose to be in the world today. I don't like none of those things. So I decided to change my ways and transition into a full holistic lifestyle. Okay. So let's get into it. I'm more dominant, Scoot. I'm an alpha female. Most females are not alphas. I know this. I kick it and serve, not kick it. I serve a lot of females in my suite, and they are not alpha females. They like me because I'm so dominant and I'm such a leader. I'm not afraid to clear my confusion. I'm not afraid to research and read and go find the right and proper education. Women that are not alphas tend to don't do that. Women that are not an alpha female tend to fall back and follow the crowd. I'm like a shark, you know what I'm saying, in the sea. I swim alone and I'm different. So let's jump in. Let me take my, yeah! Did I see yeah? Greetings, my love. I just commented about you doing my hair. So let me take my bonnet off and show y'all what I look like in the morning. Not bad to me because I used to think that I would be all frizzy and jacked up looking, but I think my hair still looks amazing. It used to be all kinky and stuck and looking crazy, but my hair is so hydrated now that I use MYWater instead of conditioner that I don't have those issues no more and I don't have to wrap it. So the first step to hair care is detoxing your scalp with a comb. You cannot detox anything off the scalp with shampoo. You can only detox the hair. So those of you out there in stylist land that is telling your clients that you're going to detox their scalp with a shampoo, knock it off, and you need to take my training because you clearly don't have any education or knowledge about real scalp care, because shampoo does not remove dandruff, dermatitis, or psoriasis. You got to exfoliate and lift it. But you don't care, you may say, well, so I don't care that I'm not really lifting my clients' build up, and I don't care that I don't really have the knowledge. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing because I got these clients that clearly don't care and they believe what I'm saying. So if that makes you feel comfortable, hey, good luck to you. And I'm probably going to see you in training later on. But let's get started with our scalp detoxing. So I wanted to come on and talk about this because in my possession right now, I've got 4 rat tail combs that are all different. So many individuals of the world today, they think they know so much and they haven't taken my training. So I wonder, what makes you think you know everything and you haven't been trained? But everyone knows what a rat tail comb is. But right now I've got 4 of them and they're not all the same. These are 4 totally different rat tail combs. So if you're not using the proper comb, you won't be lifting nothing and you'll just be scratching back and forth and nothing's coming off, or you're going to feel like it's making it worse. You know how many people tell me that? And like, now I did the research. Anybody making those type of comments clearly has never been trained, and you just running around like a chicken with its head cut off trying to figure it out. So this is why I came with the training. I have built and created a full and comprehensive educational training and workshop. That means you're not going to come to my class and just sit in a chair. That's what you pay $50 for. You're paying $250 because you're getting hands-on training. I have a workshop, and you're going to work on live models, not no mannequins, which is improper practice because you're not going to service mannequins. So why did beauty school have us practice on mannequins if that's not what we're going to work on in the industry? That was a little distracting and unfair for me. But I decided to fix the problem, and I've created my own education and training department designed to take you beyond beauty school. I'm not going to train you how to hairstyle because I feel hairstyle set me up for failure, and it ran clients out my chair. I've created a way to lock clients into your chair every 14 days and paying $185 for a service that only takes 2 hours or less, and you don't have to offer any extensions, any hair color, or no hair cutting, because that's what beauty school taught you to do. I'm going to take you beyond beauty school. 4 different rat tail combs, not the same. Just because they're all rat tails and different colors, they're all different. So I go over this type of stuff in my trainings to help individuals know when you have the right rat tail or if you've got the wrong rat tail. Hi, Patricia. Erin. Good morning, my love. Good morning, friend. So let's get started. I'm gonna go through my head real quick. I need y'all to ask any questions. I'm checking my rat tails right now, which is something I go over in training. I teach how to check your rat tails to ensure that they are sharp and not dull. So this one here is my sharpest one. So I'm going to get started with my edges. Good morning, Miss Nicole. So what you're watching me do is the first step to hair care. If you're not caring for your hair, of course, you're going to shampoo it first and you're not going to do this. I had to do the research and realize, hi, Maury, happy Sunday. Y'all make sure you like the live, whether you stay or not. Make sure you like it because I know one thing is for sure, most of you are not detoxing your scalps. Oh, and I can see the flakes falling in front of me. Let me get a little closer. Most of you are going straight to the shampoo bowl, and those of you that are doing that are definitely not cleansing your scalp because shampoo only cleanses your hair. Shampoo does not cleanse your scalp. So you're watching me kill two birds with one stone. You see, we all know that increased blood flow grows hair, right? And we all know shampoo does not increase blood flow. Neither does minoxidil, neither does tea tree oil, neither does castor oil or olive oil or coconut oil or all these oils that people are adding to their scalps do not increase blood flow. But what I teach and what I do increases blood flow. And in addition to increasing that blood flow, you're going to remove any dandruff that may be on the surface. And let me tell you, I haven't had not one client. I've had so many clients try to tell me they don't have no scalp buildup. I think that's so cute because as soon as they get in my chair, there's a Denver snowstorm coming up out their heads. And those individuals, because I had to do the research, like, why are grown women lying to me? Because that is a thing that grown women still like to lie. So I did the research and I realized that, all of these individuals that are quick to answer that question no are the individuals adding a bunch of oil to their heads. Listen, I had a new client start with me Friday night. She has so much oil built up and she thought that was sexy. She thought her hair was healthy. No, I don't think she thought her hair was healthy. That's why she ended up booking with me. But her hair was so oily and heavy and it was all clumped together. And she had a whole bunch of hair loss challenges that she was facing. So when I took her to the bowl, it took 4 neutralizing shampoos to get the squeaky clean. So don't think that I didn't have a conversation with her about adding heavy, greasy, thick oils to her hair. I told her, do you see it's difficult to get out? And she admitted she had only been washing her hair twice, which is usually not enough times. That's how many times you wash a mannequin, y'all. But that's not how many times a human head really needs to be cleansed, okay? What's up, Ronan? Amen. From a stylist, Nana. Oh, I thought that says Nama. Dallas, I'm coming to you. Nama, I need you to subscribe. I have 2 resellers that are on my team down in Dallas. I'm headed back to offer my holistic scalp detox training because I do see Dallas has a lot of buildup on their scalps in that community. I've already visited. I was there last November when I trained 3 of my resellers on the MYWater experience. So I'm coming back to make sure that you all have at least an opportunity to elevate your scalp knowledge. Because I already know beauty school did not go into scalp care with us. I don't care who you are, how many years you've been in the industry, or what beauty school you attended. They did not go over scalp care, how to detox it. They did not train you on how to identify the different types of buildups. They did not train you how to remove it. Everyone in the world, it seems, is only treating scalp issues. And that makes it worse. Treatment is going to make scalp buildup worse because treatment is the addition of. Treatment doesn't remove nothing. This comb removes it all. So you don't have to use the keratol, whatever that shampoo is that the dermatologist gives everybody. That ain't going to work. Neither is shampoos, neither is oils. So I'm proud to state that I'm a creator, y'all. I'm much more than a stylist. I'm a practitioner now. I retired as a stylist because I knew I was going into this education and I didn't want to continue to compete. Like, educators aren't still in the classrooms learning, right? Educators aren't, or I should say like leaders, like coaches, right? Basketball coaches, they ain't still playing in the game, right? Once you decide to coach and teach others, You've hung your jersey up. You've hung your game coat up, right? I hung my apron up. I will never wear another apron ever again, or my regular clothes. When you become a practitioner, you wear scrubs, is what I train you to do. Because your appearance and how you talk is the first thing that turns a client on. It done got nothing to do with how pretty you can make weave or how well you can twist or braid hair. It's all about your appearance, your vocabulary is what attracts clients to you. And I train on all of this in my trainings. Beauty school shows you how to pass the state board. You must elevate yourself to help yourself and your community. Nama, you are so right. I don't know what's wrong with a lot of individuals here in my community. I've talked to 2 stylists that I know here. And do you know they told me as soon as I started explaining my amazing new approach for healthier hair, and I spoke those words that you don't have to use no conditioner, she did her face like that. And she gonna tell me, oh, I'm never not gonna use conditioner. Uh-oh. And then she noticed I ceased the conversation right then and there because it's like, it ain't no sense in me going any further if you're gonna continue to damage people's hair, because conditioner is damaging our hair. That's what's causing us to have so much hair loss. That's what's causing your hair to feel brittle and crunchy. And there's a why to it. And it's the tap water that you all never thought about what the tap water is not doing. And it's not rinsing all traces of the conditioner off your hair. Listen, and this client that just came in, she admitted to me that she's so confused about what to do with her hair, trying to get it soft. She said that she even went to co-washing, which means using conditioner only. Come on, my people. Slow down and do the holistics. Using conditioner only on your hair is just like getting in the shower and using lotion. Is that what y'all gonna do next for taking a bath? Is jump in the shower and go get some lotion and use it to rub on your skin and rinse it off, and then you're gonna get out the bath and say, I washed my body. So I had to break that down to her mindset too. And it's like, slow down. And once I break it down and do the holistics, every mindset says, Miss Tanya, that makes so much sense. Miss Tanya, that's true. Conditioner don't remove nothing. Right. So I'm like, people are moving too fast and believing way too much. That is not true. So that's why I decided to take a technical time out with this industry. Do the research first. So I didn't go build a educational department based off of what they're saying on YouTube or what they're saying on, because I heard about this YouTube university. I heard about it and it made me laugh, but I decided to build an alternative solution. I have my own training and educational department designed to take any stylist that wants to elevate. Now, a lot of stylists just want to keep doing hairstyles. They're going to keep braiding. They don't want to wash hair or learn how to. They don't want to learn how to trim instead of hair cutting. There's a lot of individuals that are always going to do locks. I understand that. But guess what? My holistic scalp and detox training is for anybody. It's for a barber. It's for a mother at home, because you don't have to be licensed not to come into my training, because I'm not a beauty school and Dora does not regulate me. God regulates me. So you don't need a license to take any of my trainings. Isn't that amazing? Because before, I had to have a license to go take any type of hair care training and to obtain any hair care knowledge. Now I'm willing and ready to teach a father. I got a man that reached out to me who recently lost his wife to a sudden death, and they had 4 girls. So this man suddenly has found himself having to raise. Oshi, careful, because you're doing too much. So get off your thumbs for a minute and just listen. It hurts when I pee. You need to go to the doctor, Tin Man. Sounds like you got a STD. If it hurts when, or you got an infection, a urinary tract infection. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, everyone. Let's take a quick break. Miss Tanya needs to clean house because Oishi is almost out of here, y'all. Give me a second. Username, I'm so lost when it comes to hair care. I've been natural for 10 years, but my hair is still so dry. Your hair is not natural and your hair is not dry. Natural means it came from nature and your hair actually came out of someone's coochie or it comes out your skin. So our hair is not natural. We have to stop brainwashing ourselves to believe things that are not true. That's a marketing myth, and it sure in the heck worked because the whole world is calling their hair natural. Natural describes something from nature, my people. Just Google the word, do the holistics like I have. And when I looked up the word, I felt stupid calling my hair natural. And listen, I used to call myself a natural hair care specialist for 16 years. That meant I really didn't know what I was doing or talking about, because to call myself a natural stylist, using all type of chemicals. There's chemicals in the tap water, there's chemicals in the shampoo, there's way more chemicals in conditioner than there is in the shampoo bottles. So how are we natural? I think we're trying to say that we're wearing the natural pattern, but even that ain't true because you got to add product. You've added conditioner and you've added a serum. So you're not natural. We have to stop confusing our youth, because my granddaughter, I got grandbabies now, and my granddaughter watches me on this here YouTube, and she's so cute because when she watches me, she calls me Nana. But she hears me say that I'm Miss Tanya on here. So when she's watching me, she'll giggle. My daughter says she laughs and she'll say, "You're not Miss Tanya, you're Nana." So our youth is listening. And I don't want my granddaughter growing up confused like I was. Do y'all? Do y'all want y'all's kids and grandkids growing up jacked up like we was? I don't. So I decided to do the research, dive into them books, and learn the definitions of these words. Like I really thought, as a natural stylist, I thought moisture was in a bottle of conditioner, and was actually telling my clients, I'm gonna lock in some moisture and I'm gonna give you a deep conditioning treatment. Then I switched to calling the conditioner protein, because do y'all know that's what the protein word is? I did the research on that because that confused me. It's like, what is protein? And I thought it was a meat. So what is protein? Or blood or something. What is, Then I realized, wait. These ladies are using a conditioner and calling it protein treatment. Come on, y'all. And now comes this keratin. Do we not understand chemistry? Keratin is the other word for formaldehyde, my people. Why do you think that surface stinks the way it does? Formaldehyde is another word for embalming fluid. Why would you want to put that on your hair or your clients even? That's not what's up. And if you're using all of those chemical treatments, that clearly shows that you are ready for hair care and not hairstyles or another hair treatment, right? Because I heard the client said that that's what they're sick of, y'all. The client said they're sick of getting started late. I don't start my clients late. Everybody gets started on time, because that's another thing that I teach that beauty school didn't teach us. Beauty school didn't teach us time management. They taught us how to double book, how to take a walk-in, how to walk away from the client in your chair and go take a walk-in. Supposed to be detoxing my scalp, yeah. Girl, you sound like my substitute. You need to be quiet. Swifties, you better watch your mouth, girl. I don't need to be quiet. You sound like my mom. My mother doesn't like me educating. My mother doesn't like me helping other people. My mother doesn't like me sharing what I know. She told me the same thing, Swifty. My mother told me when I was younger, stop telling everybody everything, Tanya. And I was like, why, Mom? She was like, because if you keep running your mouth and sharing everything with everybody, you're never going to have anything. See, my mother was stingy. She's super stingy. Are you stingy, Swifty? Telling me to be quiet when you know I'm dropping knowledge? Your hair must have the scalp detoxing, making sure you're using the right shampoos, making sure you post-treat the tap water. You don't want all that rust and lead and all that other stuff that's in your tap water to dry on your hair and your skin. And you need to make sure you prune your ends every 2 weeks. That's if you want it to grow. Now I've done that research to realize, apology accepted, Oishi. Thank you very much for, getting your act together. Because I know that a lot of YouTubers let y'all just jump into their lives and act however they want to act and get to post whatever they want to post. I mean, it's a great way to get removed. So hey, I'm going to call you Six. welcome. And I hope you subscribed. I had to calm you down, huh? Because I know a lot of you don't realize I'm 49. I know I don't look it. I know I look 30 something, but I'm 49 years old. And when you get to my age, a lot of you are not 49. Hey, let's post our ages so I can see the mindsets that are joining me today, because that really determines what you know and how you think is the decade you're within. Let me break it down. Oh, I use a clarifying shampoo, Pineda. I use both though. You can't use a clarifying shampoo only. That's gonna strip you and leave your hair too raw. And if you're only using a clarifying shampoo, you're suffering a lot of hair loss because your hair is raw and you shouldn't leave your hair raw. So I did that research because I had to do the research. I was confused at one point. When I first started going public with my knowledge, it shook Denver. I mean, it shook Denver because I started telling people like, you should be washing your hair every day. And that's facts. Anybody that don't want to wash their hair every day probably don't brush their teeth every day or take a bath every day either, because that's a mindset. Look, my mom don't believe in taking a bath every day. I think that's nasty, but that's her. You know, we can do what we want to do. So I realized that the frequency of how often you shampoo your hair comes into play. But back to the shampoos, you got to use 2 shampoos. You got to post-treat that clarifying or neutralizing shampoo. Don't use it only because, again, that's improper practice to use a clarifying shampoo only. So in my practice, I follow up and post-cleanse with a moisture shampoo. And I use a baby moisture shampoo because I read ingredients, y'all. I don't just be grabbing bottles based on the price or what YouTube said. Ooh, how are y'all doing without TikTok? That's funny to me. I heard they took TikTok away from y'all because it was so negative and non-helpful. Everybody on there was doing a bunch of bad stuff that was not good, you know, like I got banned last year. Did y'all know that? They banned my account last year because I was educating about proper hydration, and they didn't like that. They was like, get this Miss Tanya up out of here. She trying to get our users' attention, and she's trying to educate our users. Let's get this Tanya out of here. And they did. They banned me. Not just violated my lives over 9 times, they banned me. So I'm happy that TikTok is gone. Restorator, you're bald because either you want to be bald, because I now realize that a lot of individuals are bald because they shave their heads every other day. Or if you've got bald patches, that's different. That's where I come into play. That means that you have sweat buildup that has settled into certain areas, which are the dips and crevices of our heads, and has built. Therefore, it's blocking your hair growth in that area. Listen, this is so easy now that I've done the research. I can train a dermatologist now because they know nothing about hair. They need to come take my training as well. They're only educated on how to treat the skin. They didn't learn how to detox the skin. So they're kind of making things worse because our tap water and our climates have changed. And this is an area that I know the dermatologists and the trichologists are not paying attention to because they're not holistic like I am. So plus dermatologists are on the medical side of care. They're not on the holistic side. I'm a holistic practitioner. So we look at the whole instead of just the problem and then cover it up. We're going to figure out why are you getting all this buildup in this area? And that's what I help my clients to determine. Shauna, I love you. I like your name too. Thank you for your help. It's my pleasure. And it ain't a whole bunch of us out here either. I just found another young lady down in Colorado Springs, here in Colorado. I'll be setting some training dates in her salon. She ain't from here. Because the women from Denver, I'm not sure what is going on with them, but they seem lazy. They don't want to change. They seem tight with their money. They want to spend it on either weed or shoes or eating out, but they don't want to take that same money and invest it into themselves or into learning something new in order to add a new service to the menu and attract new clients. Don't y'all know anything? Like the way to attract new clients is you got to have new services. I got a slew of new services for any stylist that dares to level up and come up out of hairstyling and make I make over 6 figures a year, and I only offer one service. Well, I just added 2 more to my menu, but I don't offer extensions. Can't nobody book braids with me no more. I don't offer no weaves, no sew-ins, none of that. I don't offer relaxers no more. I don't offer twists, none of that. And I make more money than I did when I had all that stuff on my menu. I never would have thought that I was making all those mistakes like that. Man. So what I'm getting the back of my head. I now am transitioning what I do to my clients into the back of my head, because now I realize, okay, I don't have to watch to do this. I found the perfect angle, and I'm just envisioning my part. I can feel my hair too, the way I hold it, so I know where my comb needs to be. But I'm massaging my scalp and lifting any buildup that may be in the way. Oh, you gotta be careful. If you feel or hear that sound, that means your angle is not right. And this is something that I train you on in training. I teach you how to make it not hurt the client. Oh, this feels so good. And how to properly remove it. And the result, your clients is going to start seeing more hair growth. And then in training, I teach you how to show the client that the hair growth is occurring at the scalp. So it's like, I don't know if anybody like me wants to get into hair care and hair growth. I'm not going to inspire you to leave hairstyling alone like I did. You can keep playing with people like that if you want to. But I'm here to call out all stylists that are ready to elevate, that are ready to learn more, that's ready to do more, because hair care is doing more, okay? It's time. I've done my job. God has anointed me to do the research, so I'm not going to be telling you things like, oh, give your client a keratin treatment. We're going to be educated. I'm going to educate you on what keratin is and who it was designed for and what it does. I'm also going to educate you on why so many individuals burn when we give them a relaxer. I'm also going to educate you on why your hair is hard to comb out after you've deep conditioned your client. Isn't that a little bit of a backwards practice? The hair should be completely smooth, soft, and manageable after you rinse your conditioner off. But instead, the hair looks like a big old poof cloud, and that's not proper. That's not a proper result. You did not cleanse properly in the bowl. So we're going to talk about all of that in training. Anybody that takes my training is going to leave head sick, because you're going to have so much new knowledge that I'll tell everyone, be careful. Don't pop your head, because I'm going to fill your brain with all of this knowledge and research that I've done. I share my numbers in training. You want to see some real numbers? I'll show you my numbers. I'll show you what I was making when I was a natural hairstylist, because I still got those records in my system. Then I'll take you to last year and show you how much more. I was only making like $4,000 a month when I was a natural hairstylist. I make over $10,000 a month now. That's more than 50% increase on my monthly earnings. And if I can do it, you can do it. My daughter did it. I trained my daughter, and she ain't never even been to beauty school or in a salon, because I would have never subjected my daughter to a stylist, because her mom did hair, right? Anybody does hair, their daughters don't be going to the shop. I took her to braiders because my daughter came with that braid stuff when she got into high school and started playing basketball, but I still didn't break. So, I don't like to braid. So I took her to somebody else. But nonetheless, I just want you all to know it's time. It's time. And if you really, really know, you really, 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 really want me in your city, and you really want me to come and train you, reach out to me. Google Tanya Does Hair, LLC. I am on the map. Any professional business has a Google listing. If you don't have a Google listing, you really need to take my trainings, because that's free to get. And Google me, and that's where you'll get my email address, as well as my booking information, as well as my website. Oh, this feels so good. Mm, mm, mm. All right, let me get to these comments. Thank you, Shauna. Shauna, I'm 45. I'm 49. I think we was in high school together. When I was a senior, you was a freshman, something like that. But we are close in age, and I see you got the mindset. Once you get into your 40s, you start. Let me break this down. Let me break this down to y'all because this is fun for me because I've done so much research. It's ridiculous. So I did research mindsets because being behind the chair, you're subjected to different people. You don't get mannequins all day. So every single client is different. And I started noticing that the young girls, them 20 and 30-year-olds, they're so different. And those that are over 40 are different as well. So I wanted to find out why. So let me break this down. Let me tell you what happens within the decades of our lives. Are y'all ready for this? Because this is some knowledge. You might want to go get some paper and pencil and take notes. So when we're born, okay, I call the initial decade of life, which is 0 to 18. No, we'll just say 0 to 20. Okay. 0 to 20, you spend all day, every day listening and seeing everything, right? As children, we see our parents goosing. We see our parents drinking alcohol and doing drugs. We see our mamas twerking in the bathroom and doing nasty stuff. We watch a lot of stuff when we're children. And we hear a lot as children too, right? We hear all the lies being told. We hear people calling conditioner moisture, we hear all of the stuff that we're listening to, right? Once you get into the decade of your 20s, you begin to try everything you heard in your initial decade, okay? So all the lies you heard, you start telling them. All the drugs that you saw people using, you start using them. You start getting high as heck in your 20s and drunker than ever in your 20s, right? We all did it. You start goosing. You know what I'm saying? Some of us, I started goosing in my initial decade because I knew I liked that and I wanted to try that real quick. You know what I'm saying? But in your 20s, you try everything that you heard and saw in your initial decade, okay? Then when you get into your 30s, your 30 decade, that is the most uncomfortable years of your life. Because I call the 30s your realization years. You start to realize what you kind of liked and didn't like in your 20s. You start saying things like, I don't like that alcohol. You know what I'm saying? That alcohol keeps making me sick and it's nasty. Or you start saying, that drug is really in the way of my productivity. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of being stuck and sleepy. You start realizing like, dang, I really don't like that job that I was working. I really don't like that man that I thought I wanted to be married to for the rest of my life. You start realizing, it's the realization years, and it's both ways. You start realizing the good and the bad. But it's painful because you did so much in your 20s that you thought was good. We thought getting high was good. We thought not drinking enough water was good. We thought goosing a bunch of different dudes was good, right? So in your 30s, you start realizing like, I shouldn't have been goosing all them dudes. And I shouldn't be drinking all this alcohol all the time, right? So then you slide into your 40s. Now I'm leaving my 40s. I'm 49. So I know very well what went on in my 40s. And I call our 40s the capitalization years. Your capitalization years means that you're only going to capitalize on the things that you realized in your 30s are good for you. This is when you hear 40-year-olds starting to say, oh, that ain't gonna work for me. Families don't like it when women get 40 because we start realizing that maybe I don't want to be around the family on Thanksgiving because all y'all do is argue. That's how my family is. So you start realizing that maybe I don't need to be in a relationship. Maybe I'm best by myself because I know I'm better off by myself. Every time I try to have a relationship, I spend way too much money. I'm crying, I'm mad, and it's not productive or positive. So I realize now that I'm a single woman, I got way more money in my pocket. I don't have to deal with these dudes' issues. And I've made my best money. I got my best business in my 40s because I have capitalized on only what I see as good. Now, let me tell you what happens in these 50s, because I have a lot of tenure individuals that are older than me that are well beyond their 50s, and they've told me this. The 50s is the decade of not giving a shit. And I can't wait, y'all. My birthday's February 3rd. I'll be 50 years old, entering into the second century of my life. I've made it a whole century. Woo! And I heard that that's the year that you start not giving a shit. You don't give a shit about what people think. You don't give a shit about what people say. You don't give a shit about what people are doing. You don't give a shit about whether or not people are elevating their businesses or not. You don't give a shit if somebody is productive in their relationships or not. You just don't give a shit. Because the 50s, I hear, is the decade that you start to heavily cater to self. And I ain't gonna lie, all through my 20s, I was catering to other people. All through my 30s, catering to my children, because my children were in my life. I was married in my 30s, catering to my husband, catering to my children, catering to those on my job, catering to my clients, feeling sorry for their money situation and keeping my prices low so that what I struggle and not make the money I need to make. I realize that in my 50s, I'm going to be the best educator because I've gone through all of the prior decades. So I've done and saw, or I listened and heard everything. Then I tried everything. Then I sorted out what was good and what wasn't good for me. Then I capitalized on all of it throughout my 40s. And now I'm headed into my 50s as a holistic hair and scalp restoration practitioner. This is my second year. And I'm a six-figure chick. You feel me? I can't sit with a lot of women of color because they're not six-figure chicks. You know what I'm saying? So I've leveled up so hard that all I could do, once I got up here and found how lonely it is, like, dang, I left the home girl. I left my educator because she don't know nothing about water or climate. She can say nothing to me about the tap water. So I left my educator of beauty school, and I've gotten up here to this plateau that hardly no one else is at. So I went to God and I'm like, God, what did I do? I mean, I have no more friends. I mean, what do I do up here? And God said, it's now time for you, Tanya, to turn around. And it's now time for you to spill and pour into the others beneath you what I've given you. So the first time I had that vision, it was like, wait, what? You want me to do what, God? God was like, you heard me. I need you to turn around because there's a reason that I was appointed and anointed to receive this crucial information to elevate my beauty industry to learning the truth about these products, about these tools, and about these words that we use. This is why I can't find no one that has a full education and training workshop. So my 50s are going to be grand because I'll be teaching others everything that I've learned in my heard and saw in my 20s, 30s, and 40s. And it's a lot. Oh, it's a lot. I used to be a weavologist. I can teach you how to do a sew-in, but I have a holistic approach where you will not be using and adding in synthetic hair to do your braiding with. I will teach you how to braid hair without adding in any synthetic hair. I will then teach you how to properly stitch, meaning double stitch. I see so many individuals weaving and they're not doing a double stitch. And they don't know how to back stitch either to ensure that the ends of the tracks never lift nor come undone. Do you know that's the worst thing for a client to go in and pay $200-300 for a sew-in, and then on day 3 they've got an area of the weft hanging because the stylist did not double stitch? But of course, this is some of the education and training that I share because I already know you all are not following up with your clients to find out the result of what you did to them for their money. That's the least you can do, is follow up and say, how was your service? Did everything turn out all right? Is everything going all right? That's what professionals do. But if you're unprofessional and you don't care, of course you're not going to follow up with your clients the next day to find out what happened. But this is what I train. God, I have locks. What makes them grow so fast? I'm 37. You're not messing with your head. That's what makes it grow. So it's like, I call it a cheat sheet. You know what I'm saying? It's like, of course, that's like never wearing your white clothes. Some people wonder, well, how come my white clothes never get dirty? Probably because you never wear them. Because anybody wearing their white clothes, they know they're going to get dirty, right? So I did the research with the locks. Because here in Denver, so many women was like, bye, Tanya. I'm not taking on no holistic hair growth approach. I'm going to go get some locks and grow my hair. That's a choice. That is an approach for growth. I don't like locks. I like to go through my hair. I like to brush my scalp. I mean, my scalp, I can't stress that enough. You can't do this, you can't take a brush like this. And see, I was raised to brush your hair every night. My grandmother made us brush our hair every night before bed. So that's why I'm probably the way I am. That's probably why you've never seen Miss Tanya in any braids. My mother didn't know how to braid, so I didn't grow up wearing braids and going weeks upon weeks with the same style in my head and not washing it. We scratched the scalp first, then we washed it, and we did this every week because we went to church every Sunday, and my grandmother didn't tell us we can come as we are. Nana was like, you're going to get your butt in there and scratch your scalp first. You're going to wash your hair. Then we had to put on stockings, a slip, a camisole, and a dress. Plus, you had to have on a nice London fall coat, because that was the only time she let us wear our London falls was when we went to church. So you see, my upbringing was real different. So locks definitely are an approach, but what I'm noticing is there's a lot of individuals with sister locks that are losing their density. So that shows that it's not really a solution. And I'm talking individuals that are over 40. So you're 37. I'm not sure if you've started noticing lack of fullness in the top or lack of hair in your edges or not yet, because that tension that we suffer when we're relocking the lock, that's a dangerous practice. You're not supposed to relock it. It's not supposed to be tight like that. You're supposed to just let locks go and let them develop and grow on their own. You're not supposed to wash them. Because I talked to a real Rastafarian from Jamaica, and he had me shook because I used to do locks at the time. That's what made me want to do the research with him. And he was mad, telling me that Americans have messed the whole dreadlock approach, because he was like, you're not supposed to wash them. You're not supposed to put no oil in your head. You're not supposed to be using no shampoo. You're not supposed to be adding no gel and edge control and all these products. And I was like, you're not, because I have been using gel and beeswax for years and washing my clients. We're not supposed to be using no vinegar, none of that. So I was like, dang, I thought I knew everything. And that's kind of what inspired me to take locks and stop doing them, because I realized I'm not a Jamaican. I'm not in Jamaica. So I stopped. So that is an approach, but my scalp detoxing is for the lock community as well. I have figured out a way to detox and lift the dandruff, because those that wear locks are going a long time without washing their heads, and I mean weeks upon weeks. So the scalp buildup is still building. And once your scalp buildup builds, and if you're living in a climate that possesses less than 70% of moisture in the air, your scalp buildup is drying. And once your scalp buildup dries, I hate to tell you this, but you've got growth blockage on your scalp. And there's two things that our sweat buildup does. It causes excessive hair loss, way more than you should be losing, and it's blocking your growth. My mom didn't say nothing to me about those two things when I was little and we were doing our scalps. And I asked her, why do we have to do this? Because in my head, I thought shampoo cleaned our scalps, but it doesn't. So thanks, God, for bringing up the fact about locks. And that's what makes them grow so fast, because you're not really manipulating through your hair. You see, those of us that care for our hair, we are wrapping it every night. We comb through it. We're prepping it constantly, to ensure that it looks good. Also, we change our style up, we make a part on the left one day, we do it on the right the next. You're unable to really have full flexibility when you're in locks, because you cannot scratch your scalp. I mean, I do see women that style their locks and they put them on rods and all that, but it's a choice. I have to admit, that is a choice. It's a style, and that's an approach. I'm not here to knock locks. I'm not here to knock braids either. It's just something I would never do to my hair. So thank you for asking that question. 44. Nama, I need to get to you and Dallas. Aaron, I hope you're getting ready for church. Aaron, you know I do not go to church. Nope. I read the Bible is what I do. I read scriptures. I have spiritual coaches because I'm an only child. So I don't do well in crowds. And it be so many people in church nowadays. Like, I don't even feel special in church. When we used to go to church, it'd be like 30 people in the church house. You know what I'm saying? Because did y'all know that church was for people that are acting up in the community? Church is for people that don't know how to live. Church is for people that need somebody to tell them what to be doing in life and how to live righteously. I just do that on my own. So I don't need a pastor to tell me how to live and what to do. I read the book. I can read myself. So I read the Bible myself. You know what I'm saying? I read it myself. I do struggle with especially the first, the Old Testament, the King James stuff, that the ye, ya, yow, yar, how, shall, that confuses me. I'm not gonna lie. But what ran me away from the church was the stuff that was going on in the church, Aaron. Do you know that I know deacons that was sleeping with other deacons' wives? I also know pastors that was stealing. That bothered me. I don't know if y'all feel good about following somebody. Like, how would y'all feel if y'all knew that I was still gangbanging and still selling drugs and still stealing and thieving? I wouldn't feel confident following somebody that ain't righteous. I don't know about y'all. I really don't. And I'm not knocking it. I'm really not. But it just seems different. Like back in my day, you could go to your church and get rent and get help with your rent. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that no more. Your church gonna give you a link or a food bank number. You know what I'm saying? The pastors be like, I ain't giving you back none of the money you gave me. So I don't do church, Aaron. You know this. I do readings. That's what I do. And plus the choirs are different nowadays. I was raised in a Baptist church. I went to King Baptist here in Denver. And one thing that King Baptist had was what's called a mass choir. I'm talking over 100 individuals used to be up there singing and in sync. You had your altos, you had your tenors and your sopranos harmonizing. Woo! That gospel music used to get everybody up on their feet. So that is the one thing that I used to enjoy. But nowadays, some of these choirs in churches are sad. I mean, they be like, God is me. It's disruptive to me. I be like looking up, having to, go outside and then come back in later. So thanks, Aaron, for bringing that out of me. But no. MM Flair, North Carolina's in the house, 43. That's what's up. We're ready. In your 40s, you ready. You ready to do some different things, huh? You ready for betterness. You ready for some new education. You ready to learn how to use some new tools. You ready to learn how to use some new and different products than what you've been using before, right? That's what's up. Ooh, if you recently, how old are you, Diner? Because depending on how old you are is going to really determine if you're going to recover from that big chop. Because if you're chopping on your hair after 40, you know your hair is not growing back as fast as it did in your 20s and your 30s. So this is something that I help us to understand in training. You got to do consultations and do the holistics with your clients and stop letting them just hop into your chair without having a conversation with them prior to servicing them. This is 90% of the reason why that client left you, because you failed to get to know her. And then what, you did the same thing you did on the last client and used the same thing you used on the last client. Boy, I swear, it's a whole hour and I ain't even did my scalp. I love the questions. Let's turn this into an educational situation this morning, because the good Lord might call me tomorrow and Tanya, it'll be R.I.P. Miss Tanya. And then y'all gonna be like, dang, I should have got with her before she died. Dang, I should have asked her that question before God took her home. Use me while I'm here. Because ain't too many women of color that you can go to in our industry that's going to explain to you the 2 ingredients in moisture. Not too many women of color is going to offer you training at a low price of only $250. I see the cost that other individuals are charging, and I'm not charging that much. I'm not going to break nobody's bank, and I have financial assistance too if you need it. I want to be the change I couldn't find. I couldn't find a woman of color to get on here without makeup and weave and looking all dolled up, acting like she's something she's not, dropping knowledge instead of soliciting herself on social media. And I know there's this thing about being professional, but I'm at home. Y'all see how I look when I'm in the shop. My hair is always on point. My makeup is always on, and I'm in scrubs. But here at the house, that's why I do this, because I'm making a point that I don't have to be makeuped up, weaved out to share my knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Swifty, you're 9. How did you get in here, baby? I swore I hit the thing that said it's not for kids. So that's why you were saying the things you were saying, Swifty. You're a child. Diner, reach out to me. What's not true? Diner? Can anything be done for receding hairline? Yes, you got to get one of these type of combs, and you got to start increasing your blood flow and removing any scalp buildup that's in the way. Because look, now that I'm starting to do this, look at this hair growth I got coming out of this area that has been bald for years. So my own approach is working in my own edges, and I don't use no growth serum. I don't use no, what else do they be saying, growth? No black castor oil, none of that stuff. All you got to do is take a comb, massage the area of concern, and you got to do this every single day. Because listen, my people, you sweat multiple times a day. This is more important than the brushing of your teeth, because unlike your teeth, you only eat maybe 3 times a day, if that. We sweat multiple times a day. You could sweat 25 times in 1 hour. Facts, based on your lifestyle. If you're working out a lot, you sweat excessively. If you eat a lot of spicy foods, you're sweating excessively, and especially in your head. Because of all the hair you have, it suffocates your head heat. Y'all do know that we excrete heat, right? You have 3 glands. You have a heat gland, an oil gland, and a sweat gland. And that heat gland, it is designed to regulate your sweat gland. Anytime any area of the body gets too hot, your sebaceous gland, your eccrine gland is going to regulate in an effort to cool your system, to cool your skin. Jeff. So just do this. You got to get the right rat tail, though. Just any old rat tail ain't going to do, because most rat tails are too smooth and dull. So it's not going to exfoliate nor massage. You got to do like a tapotement. Do y'all know what tapotement means? That's what I'm doing with the comb. It's tapotement. Let me move on. My hair is 3 feet long and dry. 3 feet long, except for scalp area. Thank you for answer on clarifying shampoo and tip on trimming. How often? Now, if I can just find a good way to condition it. You got to condition with hydration. If you keep conditioning your hair with conditioner, you're going to be crunchy and brittle and feeling dry. And listen, your hair is not dry. It's the traces of the conditioner that has dried onto your hair, because your tap water did not remove all the traces, because your tap water is heavy water now, and it's unable to remove all of these ingredients that are in the bottles that we use. So that's why you got 3 feet of hair, yet you got some balding or thinning. I shouldn't have said balding. You have hair loss going on. Everyone does. And this is something that nobody's posting about. Ain't nobody getting up saying, oh, look at all these strands I lost in my sink this morning. Nobody's doing that. So I had to do the research and found that a lot of Americans, in fact, 80 million Americans, are suffering with hair loss or lack of growth. They're also struggling with keeping their hair manageable. And everybody's using conditioner, so clearly conditioner ain't helping. I don't use conditioner, and my hair is just as soft and healthy because I post-treat with MYWater. I don't let the tap water dry into my hair, and that's what a lot of stylists are doing that beauty school did not say nothing about to us. They didn't say, now, hey, once you rinse your favorite treatment, whatever it is, off the hair, you now have rust on your hair. We all know rust is unhealthy. If you was walking along the streets and you seen some rusty water, are you going to pick it up and spray it in your hair? No, because you know that's not a healthy practice, right? But I have a funny feeling, Panetta, that because we think the water's clear, that it's clean, and that is not true. Tap water is extremely contaminated nowadays. Do y'all not realize this? And it's more to it than just some chlorine. Everybody thinks they can analyze water with some iodine drops. I had to figure out what is the brown dots that they're using. That's iodine. And iodine only detects chlorine. Chlorine is not the only chemical that's found in the tap water. And liquid chemicals is not the only thing that's found in tap water. There's two components to water, liquids and solids. And if you don't know this, of course, you're going to think a filter is working. Of course, you're going to go and spend thousands of dollars and waste your money by putting a softening system on your water. And do y'all know what that is? Clearly you don't. That means they're spitting salt into your water line. Are you going to drink? We all know we're not supposed to swallow salt water. It makes you sick. So that's what people are doing because of lack of water knowledge. Let me move on. JB Swift, good day to you all. When is your next training and how much is it? My first stop, my very next training is in Phoenix, Arizona, March 24th. It's only $250 to get my training. It's only 2.5 hours of your time. I offer master classes and workshops. That means I'm giving you knowledge after knowledge after knowledge after knowledge. So you got to come with paper and pencil because no cell phones are allowed in my trainings. And it's a workshop, JB Swift. That means you're not going to pay to come sit in a chair and bob and weave around the person sitting in front of you. No, we're going to hold theory. I'm giving you proper education, which is theory, and hands-on practical training, which is my workshop. So once I get done talking to you and dropping the knowledge about what dandruff is, about what dermatitis is, and about what psoriasis is, I'm going to teach you what it is, why it builds, and what to do to manage it. We're then going to talk about how to implement these amazing add-on services onto your menu, how to talk that talk, because that's the thing. I realize a lot of stylists ain't got no game when it comes to how to talk to the clients. I've got game. You feel me? My clients be thinking I'm a doctor. I got so much game. But I'm going to share the game in training so that as soon as you leave me, you get a kit as well. You'll have everything that you need to begin detoxing your client's scalps before you take them to the shampoo bowl. This is only going to add an extra 30 minutes to your service time, but it's going to add an extra $100 to your service total. So those of you charging $80 and $90 for a silk press, you now can add scalp detoxing onto your menu. No, every client does not care about their scalp, but most clients do. And when they see that, they're going to be like, oh my God, let me select the scalp care. Then they're going to start leaving and telling everybody like, hey, the lady I just booked with, she did my scalp. She detoxed it with a comb. She massaged it. It felt good. They're going to go tell it, just like all the clients here in Denver that come see me, they go tell it. Then I hear from their mom or their daughter or their auntie or their coworker, because the coworkers, aunties, and daughters and moms be like, girl, your hair looks good. And they be like, I'm going to go see Miss Tanya because I'm following the holistic approach, not the natural approach no more. And they be like, the what approach? Because I'm natural. And then my clients be like, no, girl, you got to leave that natural alone because that's what had us struggling. She is knowledgeable. This woman teaches me. She educates me. And I got the best hair ever. Then they be like, I'm about to book with her. What's her booking link? Because that's what happens. Because when the new clients call me, they don't be like, hi, Tanya, because I don't get clients that know me. They be like, I got your number from. That'd be the first words that they say when you take my training and start offering a holistic approach. It's a hair heaven, I promise you. I hope, JB Swift, I answered your question. Let me know if I didn't. That's what's up, Nana. Hi, I need your help desperately. Elaine, get me to y'all cities. I mean, all we got to do is reach out. I have a proposal. And if you don't have a budget, because I've heard that so many times. Look, my marketing team told me that in the beginnings. When I first got with them, I showed up as a sponsor for the expo. So that meant I was shipping 200 2-ounce bottles. Do you know that that was 400 ounces of my water that I didn't think about in cost? Of how much money that was. 200 bottles, 200 caps, 200 labels that I had to purchase in order to send 200 bottles of my product to that show. My dad came to me and he was like, Tanya, how much money are you making? And the truth to that, because I was a vendor, I was only making like $60. That is not good money as a vendor at all, because I had to buy the plane ticket and I had to fly me and my daughter. So that was about $400 right there for the plane ticket. Then I had to get us a hotel room, which was another $300 to $400. And I had to get us a car, which was another $200 to $300. So I'm $1,500 out the pocket and sending 400 ounces of my product to this place. So when dad gave me this alternative mindset, I was like, dang, I should be getting paid to come and exemplify this amazing approach. So I went to that organizer of that event, and she was very quick to let me know, oh, I don't have a budget. So I had to drop out because I was like, oh, so that means the only way you really want me to be a part of this show is if I'm doing it for free. Well, I did it. I did it more than once. I did it actually 4 times. And so then I bowed out because I realized I'm not about to keep doing that. So now that I've experienced that, I don't want nobody to hear that from me, that, oh, I can't help you, or, oh, I can't educate you because you have no budget. No, no. If you have no budget, that just means I get to keep all the money. I'll have my team will call me. Let's set a date. We have to pre-promote if you have no budget. If you have no budget, we'll promote 3 months in advance and hope that I get at least 4 individuals that buy your ticket or buy the ticket. If I don't get at least 4, I'm not coming. So you'll have to help promote, of course, to ensure that I have my minimal purchase prior to 7 days before the event date. Because when you don't have a budget, I have to cut off ticket sales so that I can determine if I'm coming or not, right? But I've created all these alternative solutions so that I can drop into anybody's city. Again, you do not have to be licensed to take my training. You just have to be serious, you have to be committed, and you have to be determined to learn more. And you can take, hi, Mimi. CJ Biggs, hair is not natural by definition. That is facts. Protein are used to help hair, and water are filled chemicals, and hair and shampoo products. Keratin is filled with formaldehyde. That's what I learned so far. Yeah, you're kind of getting it. You're getting it, but that is facts. Hair is not natural by definition or presence, period. Protein is another word for conditioner. Shampoo products are filled with conditioners. That's correct. I mean, chemicals. There's chemicals in the tap water. We got to understand that. And everybody plays in the tap water. So once you rinse yourself with tap water, you got a bunch of chemicals and other stuff like boo-boo and women's period juice particles. All that stuff comes back to us because it only goes through a reverse osmosis process at the water department. And so once the water comes back to our homes and our businesses, it is not clean. It's called recycled water. Just like Grease Monkey does to your oil. They're putting recycled oil back into your car. Now you got to be a special car owner to be cool with that. I would never take my car to Grease Monkey ever again. Now that I researched that business and learned y'all putting used oil, no wonder the oil change is so doggone cheap. That's when you also know when you got a product that ain't really working, when it's cheap. If something is really working and something's effective, we all know it's not cheap, right? Does everybody understand that? That if you're buying something for 99 cents, it's not really helping you, right? Things that are effective and productive cost money, right? Right. Look at God. He is blessing you. Amen, Aaron. Much more than blessing me. Homeless people are blessed, Aaron. Anybody that woke up this morning is blessed. I had to do that research because I got sick of those hypocritical Christians using that word with me all the time. I'm blessed. But you was just drinking and you just was drunk in the club last night, cussing people out. But you telling me you blessed? That's not blessed. People that are blessed don't cuss people out and don't get drunk and don't. So I realize blessed just means that we all woke up. That's the favor from God, right? And everyone walking on earth is blessed, okay, whether they speak it or not. I'm much more than that. I'm appointed and anointed, Aaron. I got favor. I'm highly favored by God. That's why I'm here on this live dropping all this free knowledge for y'all the way I do. And I never post my Cash App handle. I never, all I ask y'all to do is like the live. And y'all ain't, half of y'all ain't even did that. Can y'all like the live, please? I'm gonna take a moment of silence. I see the numbers, so can y'all just like the live? Just like it. Come on, thank you. There goes one more. Can you like the live for me, please? No? Forget that? Are y'all leaving? Y'all want me to hush? Do y'all feel that I'm marketing y'all like the industry has done? Thank you. I see y'all. Run it up. Come on, y'all. Man, I'm not out here telling you to go buy another bottle of conditioner. I'm not telling you to go and add some more oil. I'm not telling you to ignore your scalp. I'm dropping gems. Thank you. I see y'all. Come on, y'all. Run it up. Like the video. It doesn't cost you nothing to like the video. Thank you. Thank you for any. Thank you. Y'all gonna make me dance. When I was on TikTok and I got likes, I would start dancing because everybody liked. This is called holy dance too. Did y'all know that? The more you dance, it keeps demons away from you. Everybody knows I'm forever in the shop. All right, y'all showing up now. Let's run this up. I got over 2,000 individuals watching me right now. I need 2,000 likes. Come on, y'all. That's the least you can do. That's how you show the person that is live that you're digging what they talking about. Thanks, y'all. Run this up. Like the video. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Aaron, I started drinking at the age of 5. You slow. I started drinking at 5 because my parents were alcoholics. They drank all the time, almost every night. That was their thing. They came home and fixed a drink, right? And so I noticed at a young age that after they drink so much of it, they pass out. And mind you, I was an only child. If you can imagine my life, once they would pass out, I'm just roaming around the house by myself trying to find something to do because they're drunk from the alcohol. So one day, they had a card party outside and they left a whole bunch of liquor glasses on the table. So they was hungover, because that's another thing that I noticed about my parents is when they would get drunk, they slept an awfully long time the next morning, like well past noon. So I had more time to do whatever I wanted to do. So on this particular day, I remember this in the house we lived in, I went outside and there was all them liquor glasses left on the table, cigarette butts too. Boy, my parents don't know. I used to be smoking cigarette butts at the age of 5. And then, all the ice would melt into the liquor. So I don't think I was really taking in straight liquor. But I was drinking at the age of 5. And I remember the effect. I'd be out in the backyard all woozy. I like that feeling at the age of 5. So I tell everybody I've been drinking since I was 5. I was a full-blown, full-fledged alcoholic by the time I was in the 10th grade. I used to take my $2 for lunch money. My stepmother used to give me and my stepbrother $2 for lunch. I'm taking mine to Howard's liquor store and used to buy me a 40 ounce of Old English and a half pint of Bumpy Face gin, because both of those back in 1992, those only cost like $1.97. So I remember I'd give my $2 to the old dudes of the neighborhood, because we used to have a whole bunch of old cats, like old dudes hanging around the liquor store for some reason. I think they was watching or waiting for me. And I would just go give them an extra 50 cents or something to go in and get my liquor for me. So I was a full-blown alcoholic in high school, y'all. I'm not proud of it, but it's my truth. Shoot, I was drinking for a long time, Aaron. Jocelina, very true. That's what's up. Hello, hero. Have y'all subscribed yet? Tribe, check in. So every so often on my lives, as my tribe knows, I holler tribe. That means I'm hollering, because I used to be a gang member, and the way we called those in our gang is we'd be like, oh, rip, and everybody that was in the gang would be like, oh, rip. So I say tribe. And if you're in my tribe, which means you have subscribed, you type in tribe, okay? So let's do it. Tribe. You on that Henny girl, I can tell. Hero, I don't drink, silly. So you're, I don't want to use the words I be wanting to use. So you're uneducated and you don't know me because I don't drink nothing. I don't drink beer, wine coolers, wine, none of that stuff. I'm a real goddess. And I know a lot of women still think wine ain't liquor or alcohol, and it is. You convinced yourself that that wine is helping you, girl, you still getting drunk. I specialize in sister locks, micro locks, and interlocks. That's right, MM Flair, and you about to also specialize in scalp care if y'all get me there. You know what I'm saying? About to reach out to you all also to follow up on the proposal because I am setting other dates and I want to give you all priority because I am firm yet fair. But I'm setting other dates, and so either it may get further down because I'm talking to some people that I'm setting some dates in April. We got May on the calendar. Somebody wants to get me to their city next month. So I pray that I get to North Carolina to provide you with the scalp care that your sister lock and interlock and micro lock community needs so desperately, so that we can continue the hair growth rate so that no woman is suffering thin locks, right? We need to continue the growth because just because you locked your hair does not mean you're going to get full growth for for the rest of your life. In fact, a lot of women that have sister locks are losing their density, as we talked about. So I'm hoping that I can come to provide the sister lock and microlock and interlock community of North Carolina to level up their services, to detox the scalp instead of adding oils to it. Listen, you won't need any oils because once you detox the scalp, you won't have that white look on the scalp. That's not dryness. That's scalp buildup that was not removed by the shampoo. That's why we add so much oil to the hair afterwards. I know this. I used to do locks as well. I just didn't do sister locks. I never went long enough to do the tool method. I was trained on the original method, which is palm rolling. But I do want to get out there to elevate anybody. Thank you, James. God is in me, not just my heart. God is in my brain. God is in my kidneys, my liver. God is in my thyroid. God is in my arms. God's in my legs. God's in my eye, my retina. You feel me? God is in my esophagus. You hear me? God is in my ear canal. You know what I'm saying? God is all up in me, not just my heart, Aaron. Get a study Bible that translates. I got 5 of them, Marilyn, and they still confuse me because I can't ask a book questions. I'm holistic. So I realize in addition to reading, I also need a confident and educated and a strong coach to paraphrase what I've read. I struggled with comprehension when I was in school, so the Bible is no different. And with the type of words that the Bible uses really confuses me. So, and I was not raised. You gotta have to have been like pressed your whole life, every day of the week in the church to really understand what the Bible is talking about. And I'm confident enough to admit it. It confuses me. So I need a coach, you know what I'm saying? Somebody to go to clear my confusion. Like, what did that mean? And what does this mean right here when it says this, and that? You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you to think, Marilyn, that I'm slow. I do read. I have a whole bunch of Bibles, but I'm still confused after I've read what I read because I have issues with comprehension. That's why I'm so good with growing hair and giving healthier hair on a holistic level because I struggled with math, struggled with comprehension. I struggled with a lot of stuff in, in high school. Hence why I ended up pregnant in school because I was goosing instead of going to class. And I told y'all I was at Howard's liquor store for third hour in high school instead of being in class. You know what I'm saying? I used to go sell crack for lunch instead of eating lunch in the cafeteria. I was never doing what I was supposed to be doing. My parents used to hate that about me. But God had an anointing over my life. And that's why God had me moving the way I was moving. Because God needed me to have those experiences to get me to where I'm at today, to be able to answer questions that I'm getting in comments, and also to better educate us and provide us with an alternative solution. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, says I have sister locks. I scratch my scalp on a regular because I have to. I learned to do this on my own to clean my scalp. How are you getting the back? Yeah, because nobody can get the back of their heads. You cannot see where you have build up areas at, so you don't know where those patches are. I've had so many, including my own resellers. I mean, what I showed you this morning, I still can't see back here what I'm doing. I've just figured out how to get the massaging done. But I don't know if I'm removing all the buildup because buildup is not even all over your scalp, yeah. And again, you better come take my training so that I can open up your mindset and provide you with the education that a lot of individuals don't realize they know until you get in class with me. And then you'll be sitting there saying, ah, that's true. Ooh, that makes sense. Because I make everything make sense. Nobody leaves my training confused. So, yeah, I pray to God that you come and invest into yourself. Uh-oh, I got a one-on-one coming up in 30 minutes, so I got to get off of here. So let me get through these comments and get ready to wish you all a happy Sunday. I got to get to business and meet about these classes and the things that we're going to be doing. I have a sale that's coming up for my classes as well. Just in an effort. Listen, anytime you see a business owner drop a sale, you might want to really feel special because that's them understanding that you may need a discount and they're helping you to better afford what they're offering you. So stay tuned, y'all. And make sure that you all are following me over on Instagram as well. Follow me over at Tanya Does Hair, LLC. And I think my team does better promoting over there than they do here on YouTube for some reason, but just make sure that you're following me on both platforms so that I definitely can educate you. I need to elevate your knowledge, because you cannot clean your own scalp, baby. You gotta come take my training and hope someone else takes the training as well in your community because you gotta help. You gotta have somebody else help you with the back. You can get the front. Just like your teeth, you can brush your own teeth and you can get the fronts and the tops and the backs, but you cannot get under the gum line. You can't get that part of the tooth. You got to go to a dentist for that. So I want us to start understanding this crucial component to life. You cannot do everything yourself, just like our nails. You can do them, but it's going to get done so much better when you go let someone else do them for you, right? Same thing with our hair. The most individuals that are trying to do their own hair without a professional behind their heads are the main ones struggling. So I now realize that used to be me. You know what I'm saying? I just went and cut my hair, and usually it kind of wouldn't grow back. But now it's done grown back. It's so much longer than it was when I first cut it. And that's because I do book with somebody else. I do my own hair at home, which is what you're supposed to do when you're hair caring. But you got to book with somebody else. And this is one of the biggest problems of the industry with us professionals. We're not getting our own hair done. And we got to stop that. I mean, if you're in a salon, there is somebody else that can. I mean, back in the day, that's all we did was plan each other's hair. We never walked around looking undone, frizzy, or anything like that, because we stayed on point. That was like the first canvas. You had to have your hair done if you did hair. But nowadays, I notice there's a lot of individuals that will go into the salon with frizzy hair that's not done. Kinky looking hair. You look wild. You do not look polished when you have not gotten your hair done. So we talk about etiquette as well in my training because I notice how stylists dress. I notice the clothes they're choosing to put on to go do hair. And that could be why individuals are avoiding you because you do not look like a professional, right? You should be able to tell you do something serious. Like there was somebody in my building the other day that was new and they be watching because they see how serious I am. And he came up to me and he was like, what do you do? And I was like, I'm a holistic hair and scalp restoration practitioner. He went, oh, I knew it was something serious because you wear scrubs. Hits hard compared to wearing your own clothes or an apron, a kitchen apron over your own clothes. I'm telling you, your image and your vocabulary alone can level you up and attract new clients and high-end clients. You don't want a bunch of broke clients in your chair, y'all. That's a great way to struggle. That's a great way to not be able to afford your booth rent, is to attract broke and cheap clients. You want high-end clients, and you have to look the look in order to attract them. I had to do that research, and it does work. So now I'm prepared to teach anyone else. It's a whole lot of hell going on in the church. Oh, Aaron, you ain't got to tell me. I know about it. And if I hadn't have admitted what I admitted, Aaron, you would have kept kind of trying to promote me going to church. I'm not going in there. I'll drop you off maybe, but I'm gonna go sit maybe in the at the lake and go fish and read the Bible instead of going into them walls with a whole bunch of individuals that they're hypocrites. Most people in the church, look, I know a bunch of them. I said most people, not all, but most of them are a little trippy. Like, why do you act like that? And you mean. Most people, the missionaries are mean. You're not supposed to be mean. And you're supposed to be blessed. You're supposed to be nice and kind, right? But thank you, Aaron. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I go to church to hear the word of God. You can listen to that on the radio, Aaron. You can listen to God on TV. Me and my dad, we watch Bill Winston all the time. So you do not have to go to church to get the word. That's what they want us to believe. But you can do the holistics, and you can go get the word in so many different other dwellings in your own home. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go to church to get the word. But if that's what you choose to do, Aaron, I still love you. I'm just never going to go with you. Church is for those who bad in community, who needs righteous living. Back in the day, it was 30 people. Now it's too full. I grew up alone, so I can't do crowds. Back in the day, Baptist church help with rent. Now it's just a business. You meant to say it's just a business. Facts, CJ Biggs. I was raised in a Baptist church too. You know what I'm saying? And it's not helpful. Like, I can point out a whole bunch of stuff that went on in the Baptist church that is not good. You know what I'm saying? So that's what ran me off, was King Baptist, and all the stuff that I heard and know that was going on between the deacons and the missionaries and the pastor and what he was doing. Oh man, that pissed me off. Like, how am I supposed to be in here trusting in you and listening and following your lead? I don't want to follow somebody's lead that's goosing somebody else's wife, or follow the lead of a woman that's sleeping with somebody else's husband. I don't do none of that. So I don't feel comfortable around people like that. And then dress up and look like you're righteous when you're doing all type of bad things. Food banks. Pretty Nove, did y'all subscribe? Because I'm getting ready to get off of here because I have a meeting that's starting now in 25 minutes. So I'm just going through the link is in my description. You guys go to the description, and I thought enough about you all. I said, maybe there's going to be some people that really want the information, because I'm starting to resonate in individuals' brains. And I think individuals are starting to say, okay, this girl is different. This girl, she do know some things. She hit on some things that I didn't even know about. I never thought about the tap water, never thought to think about the climate, never thought to read the ingredients of shampoo to see how many chemicals are really in it, right? So if that's you, all of my links are in the description. If you're ready to book with me, my booking link is in the description. If you're ready to get trained by me, my training link is in the description. And if you're ready to join my team, you think you want to sell a water instead of conditioner and serums, and making money, this don't sell for no $5 a unit like paparazzi jewelry. This stuff sells. And it's a high-end product. So my biggest size sells for $65, and it sells. That's how you get money. You want to sell somebody, you want to sell something that at least has a high sales price point, right? Or do you want to be selling something for $5 each? That's a steep uphill battle to fight. So the link, Mr. Curtis, greetings, is in my description. Glow up with me. Are you coming to New York City? Soon as you get me there, I mean, it's not on my map right now, glow up with me. But get me there. Reach out to me. Email me. That's all you got to do is send me an email at tanyadoeshairllc@gmail.com. And just express your interest. I then will forward it to my assistant. My assistant will then forward it to my marketing team. And then my marketing team will then get back with me to get you the proposal. You then can pick. I have 3 packages from you all to choose from. Based on your budget, we'll determine what you get. I have a full professional and educational training educational department for you all. And I'm very excited. So I pray I get to New York. I pray I get to Florida. Pray I get to Chicago. Pray I get to California. Pray I get to North Carolina. I pray that I get to what other cities? Louisiana. Because I'm ready. I've done everything I'm supposed to do. I've built everything I'm supposed to build. Now it's time for you all to take advantage. Okay? Shell, hi. You're right. I was nervous. Good afternoon. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Your lives are very interesting. Thank you. That's what someone else told me. They was like, Tanya, you need to start doing lives more often. And I was like, and why? Because I know my mouth is reckless sometimes, but I'm not here to offend nobody. I speak the truth. And sometimes the truth hurts. I get that. But again, I'm not here to lie to anybody or mislead you or market you or tell you that you can get protein with conditioner or that you're going to get moisture with conditioner or that growth serums grow your hair or that biotin pills grow your hair. I'm not her. I'm gonna make it make sense, right? Because we're gonna look at the ingredients of the biotin pill and look at the first ingredient, which is the main ingredient, and it's sodium sulfate. Sulfate is a derivative of sulfur mixed with salt. My God, that does not grow hair. Jesus Lord. And then you feel stupid like I did. Like, why did I believe all that mess? And I had so many times during my educational training, I had to stop and say, Tanya, where did you get that from? Where did you get that you got to cut 3 inches off your hair in order for it to be healthy? Who told you that? You know what I'm saying? Where'd you get that from? I didn't get that out of a book. So, hi, Lisa. Elaine, Connecticut, I would love to come and train the community. I'm sure there's stylists all over the world right now that's ready to level up and learn some scalp care on a holistic level. I know that there's individuals that would like to learn the difference between a haircut and a trim. And listen, the only stylist yelling that a haircut and a hair trim is the same thing as the individuals that ain't been trained on a trim. So of course, you think they're the same and gonna charge the same price, not Miss Tanya. No, 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 no. I'm gonna teach you the difference and have you having two different services for your shears on your menu and not just a haircut, calling them both a trim and you taking off this much. That's not a trim. It's not. Hi, Miley. My Sunday is cracking, if you can't tell. Horrible. Your hair was terrible, Miley. I think you're a child, but welcome anyway. Chloe, you pretty too. You're gorgeous. Alrighty, I think I'm about done. Hi, TJ Briggs. Hi, my tribe. Mari. Hi, Catherine. What it is, tapping your lips. Lovely lip. Thank you, lovely lips. Well, thank you. Y'all so kind. Y'all must be from the South because people from the South are so nice. People here from Denver, these women are mean. I won't say mean, but they're very quiet. Very quiet. They don't compliment each other. You know what I'm saying? When I go down to the South, women speak. They be like, hello. Even the girls in the bathrooms at the airports, they be good morning. You should see how I be acting. I be like, are you talking to me? And they be like, yeah. I be good morning. People here at DIA in the bathrooms, they don't say nothing to you. They just gonna watch you walk in and watch you walk out. They don't say a word. So I've realized now that I've started traveling around and going to different areas, my community is a little special. And I didn't realize how special Denver was until I started leaving and getting involved with other mindsets of women. And I'm like, dang, Denver is different. So please get me up out of Denver, y'all. And get me to Connecticut, get me to New York, get me to Miami, get me to California, get me to Chicago, get me to North Carolina. I'm ready to come see y'all. Thanks for sharing your story. You're amazing. It's my pleasure, Elaine. Mari tried. Catherine tried. Yah tried. I like your son. Mary Slater. You don't even know my son, I don't think. What's my son's name, Mary, since you like him so much? What's my son's name? Just name one of them because I got two. Azrael, tribe, gratitude, goddess. Zen, you so damn fine too. Shoot, Joanne. David, temperance is freedom. David, you better subscribe. It sounds like I need your brain. Marilyn, yes, an anointed coach is a great thing, Tanya. I'm finding, it was a little uncomfortable, Marilyn, when I think I started realizing I was anointed. That's uncomfortable to embrace because you realize not many around you receives the anointing. I think God picks like 1 out of 1,000 people to anoint because it ain't everybody. And I believe now that I've had this anointing over my life since I was a little girl, which is why I struggled in church. All my other friends was cool with being coached by a woman that was sleeping with somebody else's husband. My other friends was cool with listening to a pastor that was stealing from their job. When I found that out, like, wait, what? So I realized when I was younger that I've been anointed for a long time because so many different things that have been wrong in the world bother me. Just like with this industry of hair care, a lot of things bother me. You know what I'm saying? Like all these stylists using all these chemical products and then claiming that the service was a healthy hair care service. You don't use no styling products when you're doing a healthy hair care service. You don't use nothing. You don't use no edge control, no heat protectant, no wax, no none of that. That's when you hairstyle, is when you use all those products. I had to even do that research to figure my own stuff out. That's when I realized I don't want to hairstyle no more. I want to hair care. I want to offer scalp care. I want to grow hair. I want to educate. I want to do way more than what beauty school licensed me to do. Yeah. Can you take me to soccer practice later? Yep, I sure can. Give me the address and I'll come pick you up and tell me what time you need to be at practice too. And if you need a team mom, NFV, I'll be the team mom too because my daughter used to play soccer. Eric, beautiful nails. Thank you, Eric. Vaughn, good morning. Brooke, I just now joined and I already like you a lot. You seem like the sweetest person. Brooke, I love you too and I hope I get to meet you one day. Make sure you've subscribed. Has everyone subscribed? I see that y'all having a hard time liking the video. I only have 42 likes. What is wrong with y'all? Huh? Huh? Can y'all like the video, Vaughn? I need you to like the video. Brooke, like the video. That shows me that you like the video and you like me. Marilyn, have you liked the video? Eric? Oh, okay. You want me to model my nails? Okay, so, ooh. Hold on, let me hydrate them first. Let me prep my nails. That is a cool question. Somebody said, can you market your nails? Hold on. Let me give my cuticles a hydration treatment real quick. So all you do is rub, and it kind of, did y'all know that white area around the nail bed that they swear you need a nipper for, that's sweat buildup? I didn't know that. I used to wonder, what is that you're nipping off of my nail? That's sweat buildup. And it gets really hard and attached to the nail bed that you don't need when you use MYWater Beauty Solution. All you do is rub and then they become hydrated. So there's my pinky nail. There's my ring nail. There's my middle nail. There's my pointer nail. And there's my thumbnail. I do go get a manicure every week. And also, y'all, I do nail health too in the shop. You should be able to pinch your nail and it should turn white and then go back to being pink. I just realized something. Ooh, I got the dark ridge on my middle nail. Do y'all got a dark ridge on the middle nail? I'm not going to tell you what that comes from because I can't tell y'all everything on here, but I know what that's from. So I got some adjusting that I need to do to make sure they are all pink and healthy, because that's when your nails are, when you know your insides are healthy, because your nails show your health. People that got no nail bed or don't have a hyponychium, which is the free edge, or they don't have a pink nail bed, that shows how unhealthy your insides are. Thanks, y'all, for liking the. Every time I see a new like, I'm gonna start dancing, doing a holy dance. There you go, Eric. I hope that was good for you. Thank you, Eric. I bought them all myself. I married myself back in 2018. No, this is it. I married myself back in 2018. I bought this ring. It was only about $600 from the pawn shop, but it's got a real baguette diamond that's black in there. And I bought it for myself because I married my business back in 2018. I decided to leave these men alone. Jesus, men was driving me crazy. So I decided to marry my brand. And I'm so glad I made that decision because my brand has been so much better to me than any man ever has. So thanks, Eric. Eric, I'm thinking about something tonight. What you think? Sure, I'm gonna think what you think. Hope you have a good day. I will, Vaughn, Aubrey. Hi, Elaine. I need you too, Vaughn. Tribe. Hi, Wanda. Tribe. MME Flair. Bond the cuticle. You're right. But listen, that's not true. They're not nipping away your cuticle. If they was to nip your cuticle, that hurts. We all know this. And you're going to start bleeding and then you're going to have a sore. So the white stuff that they're nipping away off the nail bed is sweat buildup. And MYWater gets it off. So when I go into the nail shop, I say no to two things. You're not using no cheese grater on my feet. I tell them, And you can see the little Asian people, they be like, no, I don't have calluses. I told them, did you look at my foot? Instead of just doing the same thing on everybody, the only person that's supposed to have any metal implement, because I am a licensed nail tech, is someone that has a callus. A callus is a very hard area that your sweat has layered up onto on top of the skin. That is the only scenario that cheese grater should be used on. My feet, I don't got that scenario on my feet. My heels is not all cracked. There's not a lot of women that will show their toes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have a bunion right there. So I tell them no. So you don't be using no cheese grater and you do not spray alcohol. You're supposed to put it on a cotton and just wipe the nail bed only. So I don't let them spray all that alcohol on me. I post-treat. When they bring my feet out, don't wipe my feet off with no towel that came out the tap water. I tell them, hold up. And I spray my feet with MYWater and rub it in. Then I tell them, go ahead and paint them. You feel me? I know they'd be like, oh, here comes this Tanya again. Because I'm making them do things properly. Because I'm sure they assume that a brown-skinned woman don't know nothing about the proper nail approach, but I do. I know exactly what they should be doing and using. And guess what? They don't properly sanitize the metal implements. They just take them over to the sink and just sanitize them. You're supposed to disinfect them as well. Man. Of course. I like your questions, Eric. How would you like to virtual choke me with your hands? I would never virtually choke you. I'll choke you with knowledge through my mouth, but I'm never gonna cause harm to anyone, Eric. Was that a trick question? I thought you knew me, but clearly you don't, because you asked me would I like to choke someone virtually. No, I would not. So anyway, it's been an hour and 45 minutes. I've now got 15 minutes to prepare for my meeting. Again, if you'd like to reach out to me, all you got to do is Google me, Tanya Does Hair, LLC. Make sure you join me over on Instagram. Tanya, I enjoyed your live, girlie. Keep up the good fight to educate. I subscribe because I'm a hairstylist as well. Marilyn, you should have been showed up. I love you, and I'm coming to you. Y'all better hurry up, because look, Madam CJ Walker, she died at the age of 53. I'm about to be 50. I don't know how long God is going to let me stay down here on earth, because I promise you, I've done the majority of the things God needed me to do. I've done, except educate y'all. I do believe God will leave me down here to do it, but we can't take tomorrow for granted. So y'all better get off of this live and start reaching out to those that you know are event promoters in your city, or even if you don't know none, let's get together and collaborate. I know how to run business and promote an event. We don't need a promoter. It's just they usually have budgets to get me out there sooner and get you my best package, because I do have 3 packages for you to choose from, okay? So it's almost like the car is built, y'all. Let's get in and ride. And I hope and pray to come and meet each and every single last one of you to elevate you from behind your chair for your clients. Okay? I love you all. Happy Sunday. And again, all the links are in the description. Okay? Okay, I love you again. If nobody else has told all of you today, I love you. Like the live before you exit, please. And if you haven't already, join my tribe and subscribe. And I'll see y'all on the next live. Deuces. I didn't even do my hair.